We've been getting asked a lot of questions lately on how to keep kale fresh, and so I wanted to make a video on that. If you're just meeting me, my name is Amy Cross, and this is The Cross Legacy, where I teach you how to wash and store your produce so it will stay fresh for many weeks. I actually had a TED Talk talking about how to keep your produce fresh for a really long time and reduce your food waste. And I'm the best-selling author of the Zero Waste Produce Guide that goes through 75 produce items A to Z. We have hundreds of videos here on our channel teaching you all sorts of tips to save money on groceries. So make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. I wash any kind of greens the same way. Romaine lettuce, spinach, or even kale, I'm going to wash with 5% distilled white vinegar. Vinegar, when used correctly, is going to kill off any mold spores, E. coli, listeria, and any other harmful pathogens that might be on your produce items, so they will stay fresher longer. You are going to use a 1/4 cup of distilled white vinegar to 10 cups of water in a bowl. And make sure that you're setting a timer. This only needs to soak for 2 minutes. After it is done soaking, I will rinse it underneath the sink to make sure that there's no hidden protein items in those leaves. Then I lay these out to dry. Sometimes I cut the stems off before I'm drying them, and sometimes I do it afterwards. It just depends on how busy I am when I'm doing the washing. After you rinse it, if you have a salad spinner, that will help cut down some of the drying time, or you can take the leaves and shake them like a pom-pom. I then lay them out on a towel to dry. About halfway through the drying time, I will flip it over. This is the same tip as if you were doing romaine lettuce, but when you lay it down the first time, if you want to make sure that stem side is up, then the water will drain off of it easier. When it's laying the other way, it just collects in the inside of it like it was the inside of a boat. Normally it'll take between 2 and 3 hours for it to dry all the way. And then I normally cut off the stems and even sometimes cut it into smaller pieces before I go to store it. Depending on why I bought the kale, most of the time I use it to put into recipes that are going to be cooked. Then I will just put this directly into the freezer after it is washed and dried, so I can pull it out anytime for many months and use it. If I'm planning on eating it raw and fresh, then I will put it in the refrigerator. Normally for kale and spinach, I store it in a stasher bag. A stasher bag is a silicone bag that is food grade, and you can also put it in your dishwasher. I only go grocery shopping once every 4 weeks. So at the beginning of the grocery shopping cycle, when I'm washing all of my produce, I might put this in the refrigerator for the first couple weeks and then decide that later in the shopping cycle that I just want to put it in the freezer, and that way you can store it however you're going to use it. My 2 favorite recipes using kale is zuppa toscana and also a farro grain bowl, and I have both of those recipes on our blog, which will be linked in the description. If you're tired of buying produce just to throw it away, make sure that you're checking out our Zero Waste Produce Guide. This goes through 75 produce items A to Z, and also hit subscribe because we have so many videos here on the channel teaching you how to save money on groceries.